Greetings, my fellow gamers. It is I, Wraith King, bringing you news from beyond the mirror, from the other world, and today we are playing another game of Hearthstone. But before I begin, there are a few things I wanted to point out. Feedback on the last 3 videos was awesome. It was great. So many kind reviews. Actually, one of my videos, the Callahan video, made it to the top of the list on the 7 nights, hashtag 7 nights. It made it to the top of the list, and that is awesome, my fellow gamers. I did not know my videos would go this far, really, I didn't. It has been the greatest adventure on this channel, really it has. And oh, by the way, I apologize for the late video. I was actually going to upload this a few days ago, but I never got a chance to. I was really busy, packed up this weekend, and I couldn't do a whole lot. But don't worry, you can watch me fail on Hearthstone to make up for it. But okay, this first game right here. Funny thing about Hearthstone is, well, a friend of mine told me that there is a lot of strategy in this game, but at the same time, there is a lot, I mean a lot. I don't know why the screen did that right there. I have no idea what happened with the screen. But anyways, as I was saying, there is a lot of strategy in this game, but at the same time, there is a lot of luck in it as well. The luck is usually based on what you draw next, and that is usually what costs you the game. And unfortunately, that is a mechanic of a very fun game, Hearthstone, that just won't change. And unfortunately, developers probably won't do anything about that. I've seriously emailed them multiple times to see if they can make the gameplay a little more like Mabinogi Duel, instead of making it so based on luck. If you don't know what Mabinogi Duel is, look it up. It's a great game. I'll actually leave a link in the description for you guys, because Mabinogi Duel is like Hearthstone, but it's a lot better as far as strategy is concerned. There is no luck in the game other than drawing cards, of course. Like getting cards, that's of course is based on luck. Like you get card packs and things like that. All that is based on luck, of course. But the only thing that isn't based on luck is the gameplay itself. There is no deck. There's no drawing cards from your deck and hopefully you get the right card. No, there's none of that. There's actually just a little, let me see how I can explain this. It's very different. That's why I'm having trouble explaining it for you. The gameplay is set up like you have your entire deck actually just laid out in front of you. Your whole deck is laid out in front of you. You can use any card at any time, provided you have enough resources. Now, you can tell it right away that, okay, the gameplay sounds a lot better than Hearthstone, and the truth is, it is a lot better than Hearthstone. It is way better than Hearthstone in every way, but Hearthstone has one thing that is 1,000 times better than Mabinogi Duel. Animations, voice acting, all of it is much better than Mabinogi Duel concerning graphics and animation is concerned. If Mabinogi Duel actually puts some life to their characters, they would have a good game. I mean, they have them saying little thought bubbles and everything, but the truth is, it's not that good. It's not. It's just not as good as Hearthstone as far as some aspects of the gameplay. But when you play a game in Mabinogi Duel, it really does feel better than Hearthstone. Like when you play a match against an opponent, you don't feel like you lose a win because of bad luck or good luck. You win because, hey, I made a good strategy. Hey, this was a good thought I had. This was just a good idea for a deck I had. This was great. And it worked out for me. And I didn't have to rely on luck or anything to win me the game. And in this case, in Hearthstone, luck is a strong mechanic, and it really, really affects the gameplay. That's why so many people win, and that's why so many people lose, is because they're really lucky or really, really unlucky. It's one or the other, unfortunately. But anyways, I'm getting way off subject here. I lost that last game because, well, first of all, I noticed a move. Like, going over this again, I've noticed a move that I made that was really, really dumb. What I should have done is destroyed his kindly grandmothers. I should have destroyed both of those. And then I would have been able to use my Hellfire, and that would have just been able to clear the board, regardless of how much damage the kindly grandmothers would have done. They're just not strong enough to withstand the Hellfire. So that could have actually won me the game. But this game right here, I didn't get to play it the way I wanted to. I mean, I got to see my legend, but I really was hoping for my Doomguard. I was really hoping for my Doomguard, but I just didn't get him. But that's okay. This choice right here was probably the hardest choice they can ever make in a game. But luckily, I kind of just thought for a minute and said, you know what? The Warlock Legend would have been a better choice, and it was a better choice because if you draw a card with your hero power, it will cost 0, and say I draw my Legend, which costs 9. That would be amazing if I was able to use my Legend for 0 mana. And then that means I will not only be able to use my Legend, but whatever else I have in my hand. So that was a good choice right there. Hero power costing 0 for Warlock probably doesn't do too much, other than save you some mana, because really it does damage to you. And the best choice would be to make use out of the card you draw. So the best choice would have been this Legend right here. I was about to play my Legend, but I was just thinking he might have destroyed him if I played him that turn. So I was just gonna summon my Infernal and take down that dragon he summoned right then and there. And it was a good decision. I'm glad I did that. The Abyssal Enforcer is what I just summoned on the battlefield. Unlike the normal Infernal, he deals 3 damage to all characters. So yeah, he's a very, very powerful card. However, you might want to use him carefully because, again, dealing 3 damage to all characters can be fatal. Very fatal. As you can see, I was able to summon my Legend then and there, but I was really thinking about my Uncleansed Apothecary. After I summon him, he's strong and everything, but whenever I summon a minion, he'll do 5 damage to me, as you can see right there. If I had a whole bunch of demons in my hand, that would have been devastating. And I was really thinking maybe I shouldn't summon my Legend just yet, because what my Legend does is he summons every demon in my hand, regardless of cost, and just throws them out there on the battlefield. It doesn't look like my opponent had much of a choice right here. So he was kind of trapped when I summoned all of my demons on the battlefield. So that made the game really, really simple for me from then and there. But be that as it may, dealing that 5 damage to me probably wasn't a good idea. I may have wanted to wait, but be that as it may, I still have some really strong creatures on the battlefield, and that gave me a serious chance to deal some damage, and I did. And that's one of the ups of having the Warlock, is they do so much damage, and it's a shock amount of damage too. It's just out of nowhere how much damage a Warlock can actually do. But, of course, dealing all that damage has a price. Well, you deal damage to yourself too. So, try to keep that balanced. So, say you have the chance of actually selecting a priest card like I had before. Most of the time, the priest card would be better, especially if it's a healing card, because the priest has a lot of support cards. And, having support cards in the Warlock hand would actually be a very good idea. I had a lot of fun with this game right here. This match was very fun. But it wasn't all that good for me because I just didn't do a very good job. I just felt like I could have done a lot better. That sheep spell would have been useful to me, but I was like, wait a second. Oh, the mage, maybe she might have something really good in her hand and then I could take control of it. But I didn't even know what she actually had in her hand, so what was the point of even taking that card? I was just assuming that she probably had a Legend in her hand, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to see if that card actually helped me out a little later in the game, but you'll see how it helped me out later. So it was kind of a good idea and kind of a stupid idea all at the same time. About my Cabal Chemist. She always gives me the right card every time I summon her. She always gives me a potion that can help me with the situation. Like, no matter what it is, she always gives me the right potion. So I've been very lucky with my Cabal Chemist. She is definitely one of my new favorite cards. Not as much as my Legendary, because that is my new favorite card in the game, because every time I have a lot of demons in my hand, and trust me, I have a ton of demons in my deck. There's a lot of them, and they're all very, very powerful. They're very strong. So there is a chance that I always end up getting them. And as you can see, I already have 3 of them in my hand. Like, say I have 9 mana right now. I'd be able to summon all of those, and that would be devastating for the mage, even with the sheep spell. Even with the ability, I know the mage has a lot of clear the board abilities, but these guys, the demons, are known to be pretty thick-skinned. Like, playing World of Warcraft, you should know that demons are known to have some pretty thick skin. So, a pretty strong body, I should say. They're always known to be very, very strong. And the mage has some great clear the board abilities, but none of them are powerful enough to outright kill a demon from the warlock hand. So that's something to keep in mind if you are using a mage and you are fighting a warlock. Just keep in mind that the warlock has some very, very strong cards, and it's probably best to use your AoE cards, but try to use more of your spells, more of your single target spells, and try to take care of those problems as soon as possible, because they can be a serious problem for you if you do not take care of one of the warlock's demons as soon as you can, because they can become a very, very serious problem if you just leave them on the battlefield. And not only does the warlock have powerful creatures, he also has spells that can empower them even more. So it's very, very important that you keep the warlock's board clean, because if it starts to get a little overwhelming, you might end up losing the game quicker than you might know. So it's best to keep his board clean. The warlock also has some very, very good AoE spells, but most of the time they end up dealing damage to him as well, or affecting him in some way. Be it as it may, those cards are very powerful, and they're still very dangerous, so I probably would keep an eye out for them regardless if they do a lot of damage to him, because they still do a lot of damage to you. Now, that potion helped me really, like, seriously helped me. So that was given to me by my Cabal Chemist, as I was mentioning earlier. She is a huge help to me. She always gives me the right spell at the right time. So, as I said, if you have a Warlock deck, I recommend putting the Cabal Chemist in there. I highly recommend that. She is an amazing card. This match right here was kind of built around my fear of the secrets that mage had in play. The fear was that I knew that the mage had a card that could make her invincible. The reason I knew that the mage had this secret in play is because no matter what I did, I just could not crack the secret. If I cast a spell, nothing happened. If I attacked her, nothing happened. If I summoned a minion, nothing happened. So, it was obviously the spell that allowed the mage to be invincible after taking fatal damage that would normally result in their defeat. This powerful spell is called Ice Block. When your hero takes fatal damage, prevents it, and becomes immune this turn. Be that as it may, this secret is powerful, but there are ways I could have played this match a little bit better. Here is how. If I had just keep dealing damage like I was supposed to do, as a warlock normally does, this wouldn't have been such a huge problem. I would have been able to pop that secret before it became a huge problem, but only if I kept dealing damage like my warlock is known to do. What I should have done is, instead of playing my legend this turn, I should have played knowing that that secret might not be what I think it is. What I should have done is empowered Prince Maltazar, and then once I've empowered him, I would have empowered him again with overwhelming power, and then that would have killed him at the end of the turn. But be that as it may, I still have my Void Terror. My Void Terror would have eaten him, and then that power would have still been on the battlefield. What I should have done is I should have given Maltazar my Blood Fury Potion and overwhelming power. That would have cut right through that armor right then and there that turn, but I did not do it. I was assuming that she had a secret that could destroy my minion if I attacked her hero, but I didn't. And here is another mistake I made. What I should have done there is I should have empowered Prince Maltazar again with my Blood Fury Potion, but I didn't do that. I just assumed that maybe I can use that next turn. But no, I didn't want to do that. I should have used my Blood Fury Potion then and there. What I should have done here is I should have taken the advantage of the fact that I have an incredibly strong minion on the battlefield here. And I should have used Blood Fury Potion, and I should have used my Fire Potion. That would have been able to strengthen my Void Terror just enough to survive my Fire Potion. And then she would have had no choice but to use her Water Elemental to take down my Void Terror. But I wasn't thinking. I really needed to just deal damage. That is all I needed to do. I should have just kept empowering my Void Terror and keeping the enemy's board clean. That's what I should have done. I shouldn't have done anything too silly, because right here, I had to resort to using my Twisting Nether. I did not need to use my Twisting Nether here. This would never have happened. I could have dealt a lot of damage if I was only thinking. She had an AoE card in her hand, so she probably would have been able to take out my Void Terror. But, be that as it may, she would have not have had a duplicate of my legend on the battlefield. If I had only thought about that, I should not have been playing this match based around the fear of that secret. I should have just kept dealing damage over and over again and bringing her health down enough so I could just have broken that secret sooner, and it wouldn't have been a problem for me. This turn was actually very lucky for me. I mean, she dealt 6 damage to me and everything, but be that as it may, I drew a very, very powerful spell. That spell was really strong. I'm glad I drew that at the right time. Right here. This is a very delicate situation. She has powerful minions, but what I should have been doing is I should have simply just taken out the minions she had on the battlefield. I should not have summoned her. I should have summoned my Doom Guard, and then that would put me seriously ahead in the situation. Both of her minions would have been gone, and she probably didn't have any spells to deal real damage to my hero other than her hero power at the time. So that may have actually won me the game if I had stopped playing it so safe. But that's okay. When we lose, we learn. And that's what we did today. We learned. And we had a lot of fun. And that's the main reason of gaming, my fellow gamers, is having fun. And if you're not having fun, why even play the game? Oh, and by the way, I almost forgot to mention, the reason I haven't been uploading any Knights videos is because Netmarble recently released a brand new game. It's actually a Star Wars game. So they probably won't be doing too much with Seven Knights right now, because they just released a new game and they're probably really working on that one right now, and not too much on their other games. And actually, I've been playing that new Star Wars game that Netmarble came out with. It's actually a lot of fun. It's awesome. It's kind of like, what's the name of that game? Clash Royale. It's a lot like Clash Royale. It has a lot of the mechanics in it from Clash Royale, but it succeeds in every way Clash Royale fails. It is a complete upgrade, if you ask me. And it's so much more rewarding. It's just an all-around better game. So I might actually make a review on that. But right now, that's all the time I got left for this video, my fellow gamers. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. But until then, take it easy for me, alright? Bye.